The National Bank Open in Toronto. Sobeys Stadium. The crowd is electric, anticipation hanging heavy in the air. Diana Shnaider, the 15th seed, has just pulled off the upset of the tournament, dismantling world number 3 Jessica Pegula in straight sets. She is riding a wave of momentum, and the fans are buzzing with the possibility of another shock result. Standing across the net is Iga Świątek, the former world number 1, a player who has won Grand Slams and dominated the WTA Tour. The stage is set for a battle. Nobody expected this to be easy. But what unfolds is a masterclass in resilience, power, and mental toughness. Świątek, fresh off a stunning comeback victory over Marta Kostyuk, delivers a performance that silences the doubters and sends a warning to the rest of the draw. We break down every incredible moment of this quarterfinal clash. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell. The quarterfinal showdown between Iga Świątek and Diana Shnaider was a clash of two players on very different trajectories. Świątek, the 7th seed, had arrived in Toronto with a point to prove. Her tournament had begun with a dominant straight sets victory over Victoria Golubic. But her 4th-round match against Marta Kostyuk had been a different story entirely. The Polish star had lost the first set 6-3, struggled with her serve, and won just one of 17 serve points in a disastrous opening set. She had retreated to the locker room, regrouped, and returned a different player. She stormed back to win 6-1, 6-2, converting her 6th match point to seal the victory. It was the kind of comeback that defines champions. Schneider's path to the quarterfinals had been equally impressive, if not more so. The 15th seed, ranked 17th in the world, had been in devastating form throughout the tournament. She had dispatched Anna Kalinskaya 6-3, 6-3 in her opening match. Then came the statement victory that changed everything. Shnaider faced 3rd-seeded Jessica Pegula, the same player who had just won the Washington Open a week earlier. The Russian made no mistake. She defeated Pegula 6-3, 6-3, avenging a loss to the American just a week prior. It was her first career victory over Pegula in 5 attempts. The victory propelled Shnaider to her 3rd career quarterfinal at a WTA 1000 event. The tennis world took notice. Here was a player, just 22 years old, who had the game to beat anyone on any given day. Her powerful ground strokes, aggressive baseline game, and growing confidence made her a legitimate threat. The stage was set for a blockbuster quarterfinal against Świątek. The fans were eager to see if Shnaider could continue her incredible run and pull off another stunning upset. From the very first point, it was clear that Iga Świątek had come to win. She was not intimidated by Schneider's recent form or her impressive victories. The Polish star was aggressive, confident, and determined to dictate play. Her powerful ground strokes and exceptional court coverage were on full display. She was hitting deep, heavy balls that kept Shnaider pinned behind the baseline. The rallies were long, physical, and demanding. Świątek's experience was evident. She had been in these high-pressure situations before. She had won Grand Slams, reached multiple WTA 1000 finals, and faced the best players in the world. She knew how to handle the pressure of a quarterfinal match. Her composure under pressure was remarkable. She was not just playing, she was thriving. Every point was a battle, but Świątek was winning the war of attrition. She used her powerful forehand and exceptional footwork to force errors from Shnaider. The crowd, though perhaps hoping for an upset, was treated to a display of world-class tennis. Świątek's dominance was relentless. She broke Schneider's serve early and never looked back. Her serving was precise and effective, allowing her to hold serve with relative ease. When she sealed the first set, the stadium acknowledged the quality of tennis on display. The momentum was firmly on Świątek's side as the match moved into the second set. Diana Shnaider was not going to go down without a fight. She had beaten Jessica Pegula, the world number 3, in straight sets. She had proven that she could compete with the best. She had reached her 3rd WTA 1000 quarterfinal. She was not going to be intimidated by Świątek's reputation. The Russian responded with renewed intensity, attacking Świątek's serve and looking for opportunities to break. The rallies became longer, more physical, and more demanding. Both players were pushing each other to the limit. Shnaider's powerful ground strokes and aggressive play began to find their mark. She broke Świątek's serve and took the lead. The crowd, sensing a potential comeback, began to rally behind the underdog. The atmosphere in the stadium became electric. Every point was a battle, and the momentum was swinging back and forth, but Świątek refused to fold. She had shown remarkable resilience throughout the tournament. She had come back from a set down against Kostyuk. She knew how to win ugly. She steadied herself, focused on her game plan, and fought back. She broke Shnaider's serve to level the set. The tension was unbearable. The match was a true test of mental and physical strength. Both players were giving everything they had. In the crucial moments, Świątek's experience and mental toughness proved decisive. She held her serve with authority and broke Shnaider's serve at the perfect time. When she sealed the victory, the stadium erupted. It had been a classic battle, a match that showcased the very best of women's tennis. Świątek had shown why she is one of the greatest players of her generation. Shnaider had shown why she is one of the rising stars of the WTA Tour. The final score would be recorded in the history books, but the match itself was a testament to the incredible talent on display. Iga Świątek's victory over Diana Shnaider was more than just a quarterfinal win. It was a statement. She had overcome a poor serving performance in the first set against Kostyuk and fought back to reach the quarterfinals. She had then produced a masterclass against a player who had just dismantled the world number 3. She was sending a message to the rest of the draw. Iga Świątek is a force to be reckoned with. The victory also positioned Świątek favorably for the rest of the tournament. With top seed Aryna Sabalenka eliminated, the draw had opened up significantly. Świątek found herself on the opposite side of the draw from world number 2 Elena Rybakina, who would have to navigate a challenging path through Naomi Osaka and potentially Coco Gauff. Świątek's path to the final appeared clearer, with a potential semi-final matchup against Ekaterina Alexandrova or Elena Svitolina. The opportunity to win the National Bank Open was there for the taking. For Świątek, the tournament was another chance to add to her impressive resume. She had already reached multiple WTA 1000 finals and won Grand Slams. A victory in Toronto would be another major achievement. It would solidify her status as one of the best players in the world and send a warning to her rivals ahead of the US Open. The Polish star was clearly on a mission, and she was not going to let anyone stand in her way. Let us zoom out. The quarterfinal clash between Iga Świątek and Diana Shnaider was a microcosm of the modern WTA Tour. It was a clash of generations, a battle between an established champion and a rising star. Świątek, the former world number 1 and multiple Grand Slam champion, represented the established order. Shnaider, the rising Russian who had just upset the world number 3, represented the future. The match was a testament to the incredible depth of talent on the WTA Tour. Shnaider's run in Toronto was a reminder that anything can happen in tennis. She had arrived in Toronto with a point to prove. She had defeated a top 3 player for the first time in her career. She had reached her 3rd WTA 1000 quarterfinal. She had shown that she could compete with the best players in the world. The future is bright for the 22-year-old Russian. Świątek's victory was a reminder that champions find a way to win. She had overcome a poor serving performance and a determined opponent. She had shown the resilience and mental toughness that have defined her career. The tournament was now hers to lose. With Sabalenka out of the draw, Świątek was the favorite to win the title. The Polish star was on a mission, and she was not going to let anyone stand in her way. The tennis world was watching, and the future was bright. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell.